Hi guys, thanks for joining the show. I am doing a raspberry vinaigrette blanched asparagus. It's really good, very simple, great for a little appetizer or for a salad. But I'm also teaching you, if you visited our blog, todaysliving.net, we're doing a New Word Wednesday. So this is part of it. We're learning about blanching, what blanching means. And this is a perfect recipe. So I have my asparagus. I'm going to cut the ends off. And you don't need to throw these away, certainly. Just throw them in. If you're using a bag holder, throw them in right there. Store them and freeze them. You can add them to rice, pasta, soups, etc. But for the purpose of our presentation and salad, we are cutting the ends off, about half an inch to an inch, depending on how much you have. So we want it to look nice and pretty. See how these tips look? Now what we're going to do is blanch it. So we're going to come over. Blanching basically means that we're going to put a quick boil for anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 minutes on whatever it is that we're going to blanch. So we're going to do asparagus. We're going to blanch it for about 1.5 minutes. That's going to keep the color in for our asparagus, which makes it, of course, look pretty. But it's also going to give it that semi-cooked, par-baked cooked flavor, so it'll be still crunchy and not soggy, since we're going to make it a cold salad. Now let me tell you a little bit about blanching too. It's great for nuts, and fruit. If you want to take the skin off, you blanch your fruit or your nuts, and again, a couple minutes, anywhere from 1 minute to 2, and you can easily peel the skin off of fruit or nuts so that you can use in baking and cooking as well. That's a little bit about blanching. We're going to wait for our water to boil. Then we're going to throw these in here. I throw it in just like that, tied up. And then we're going to take it from this pot and pour it on in a colander that is filled with ice. So we shock it into staying at the temperature, just like flash frozen when you eat food out of your freezer. While we're waiting for our water to boil, we're going to go ahead and toast the almonds. And toasted almonds is part of this dish. So you just want to make sure whenever you're toasting anything, again, you want to have your oven. My oven's at 400. We're going to do very quickly. So just pop them in, put them flat on a pan, pop them in the oven at 400 for just 3 to 4 minutes till they get a nice golden brown. You will quickly smell how yummy your house smells, just like when baking cookies. So we've got that. We're going to pop these in the oven now. We just brought out our toasted almonds, and you can see they're a nice golden brown, very tasty. The reason we do this is because it brings out just a wonderful flavor that you don't get when they're not cooked, when they're not toasted. So it's just a much richer, nuttier flavor, and that's why we do it. It's not the end of the world if you don't, but it will change it, and it's much more elegant if you do it, if you just take the couple minutes while the water is boiling to toast them. Now while we're doing this, we've got our water getting ready to boil. You want to make sure it's a rolling boil. You can see it steaming hot. And what we're going to do is just pop the asparagus in there. You want to make sure that you have enough water, and I'm going to bring you over, enough water to cover them. It's completely covered right there. And we're going to leave it there for about 2 minutes. Now that the asparagus is blanched, I actually have it in here. We're going to use this and store it as a salad. This is going to be good for 2 to 3 days. So make it ahead and then just leave it in the fridge, take it to work, enjoy it with family. But I also want to show, before I show you how to make it, and it's the easiest thing ever. This is what it's going to look like. So you can do this 2 ways. One, you can make it ahead and serve it as soon as it's done. As soon as it's off of the ice, then serve it. And basically what we did is we poured our raspberry vinaigrette and we put our toasted almonds on top. So it makes a really pretty presentation, and you can plan 3 to 4 asparagus stalks per person. But let me show you what we're going to do to store it. We've got the rest of the asparagus in the bag. We're going to do half of the nuts. Again, we have about 1/4 cup of nuts here that we toasted. We're going to save some now and then save some for when we actually serve it, if we're going to do it at a dinner party or for a meal. But putting some in here gives it that, again, nice nutty roasted flavor. It's just fantastic. So we'll put this in a bag for later. And then we're going to do a cup of raspberry vinaigrette. Any brand, you can make it from scratch. I'm not. Why would I? This is just way too easy. And so you can use any brand. My favorite is absolutely Kin's, but I'm getting a light one here, so this is a light version of raspberry vinaigrette. Good. Now what we're going to do is, the beauty of course, using bags is that you can marinate things easily and take up minimal space. Plus it marinates it very evenly. So easily and evenly. Take out the air. Whoop. Just like that. Seal it up, and you can see that it is marinating right here. Just want to make sure it gets all coated. Now this is really good. I mean, the flavors in this after 24 hours of marinating are phenomenal. Again, it's just as good to serve it from as soon as you're done blanching it, but this is a great salad. Make ahead, take camping, take to friends' houses, backyard picnic, super duper. It's ready to go. Good, 2 to 3 days. So guys, I hope you liked our video on the raspberry vinaigrette asparagus, and I hope you learned something about blanching. Thanks so much. Visit us at todaysliving.net or visit us on Facebook.com/bagholder. And if you like any of our videos, please subscribe to that button right above me. See you soon.